Israel, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was in court today, his corruption trial has resumed after multiple delays. These proceedings will have a huge impact on Israel's upcoming elections, the fourth one in 2 years, the fourth election in 2 years. Inside the courtroom, Netanyahu appeared calm and collected, but the scenes outside must have unsettled him. Our next report tells you what's in store for Israel's longest-serving leader.
6 weeks to go before Israel's fourth snap polls, and the campaigns are off to a sluggish start. There are no rallies due to the Wuhan virus pandemic. As for the Prime Minister, he was in court for his corruption trial. Clad in a surgical mask, Benjamin Netanyahu seemed conscious of his demeanor. He wanted to project a business-as-usual attitude. He stayed for 20 minutes, denied all charges against him, and left without any explanation. Netanyahu faces charges of bribery and fraud. He allegedly accepted lavish gifts from rich friends and repaid them with favors. The Prime Minister denies everything. He says it's all part of a left-wing witch hunt. Netanyahu was indicted in May last year, the first Israeli Prime Minister to be formally charged. At his first court hearing, Netanyahu appeared defiant, delivering a strong speech before entering the courtroom. This time around, he was a lot more measured, urging his supporters not to gather in light of the pandemic. Inside, the affairs were more of a formality. Netanyahu pleaded not guilty before staging an abrupt exit. The message was clear. The trial would not affect his administrative responsibilities. Outside the courtroom, the scenes were quite different. Dozens of protesters gathered with blowhorns and placards, the most prominent of which read Prime Minister. Protests demanding the PM's ouster have become a weekly affair in Israel.
I believe that this court is just the first stage. Netanyahu has additional cases that we are fighting to open. This is the first stage, but the big case is the submarine case, and we believe that in this week we will receive the Supreme Court decision to open the investigation of the submarine case, and this will be the bomb that will blow the whole thing.
But what impact will this legal drama have on the elections? The chances of a quick resolution are thin. In all likelihood, this case will drag on for years unless Netanyahu wins the election in March. With a new mandate, he could push for parliamentary immunity or pass laws that excuse incumbent prime ministers from facing trial. When Israel goes to polls for a fourth time in 2 years, there's a lot more than just the premiership at stake for Netanyahu. As Prime Minister, he can battle the charges from a position of strength. As a private citizen, the legal hurdles may appear taller. To make matters even more dramatic, opinion polls show both sides in a dead heat this March. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.